So this is going to be a bit of a rant. If you don't like it, you can fuck off right now. And the reason it's going to be a rant is because I have a general topic I want to talk about, but there are a lot of different topics I want to talk about, and all of those different little small topics don't justify a video for each individual thing. So, with that being said, the overarching tenor of this video is my computer fucking hates me. And I understand that because my laptop is almost 6 years old at this fucking point. I got it in 2012, and it's almost 2018. And I was not really kind to this computer. I kind of put it through its paces early on, and I've just kind of abused the shit out of it since getting it. This thing is falling over. This thing's fucking blue screened on me. Fucking, this thing is scratched to shit. I've accidentally hit it with fucking my multi-tool while fucking around with it. You know, this thing, I'd go like this and it'd fucking hit, either side of the fucking keyboard, which would make my computer lock the fuck up. It's had, I'm sure it's had viruses on it. I've had to system restore it, but then the computer fucking just locked up while I was doing the system restore. So I shut it off, and that fucked up a lot of stuff. And then it was updating something, and then it locked up again, and I had to restart it because it wasn't doing anything. It was just like it was basically the screen wouldn't turn on, and like everything else was on, like all the lights on the keyboard and stuff. But it wouldn't work. It sat there for like 10 minutes doing that, and it wasn't doing anything. Which I'm sure also did some fucking damage to the already, basically elderly motherfucker of a computer that I have. And yeah, I say it's 6 years old, but in computer years, that's fucking ancient, essentially. So, I relatively recently got into using IRC, which is Internet Relay Chat. I think that's what the C stands for in IRC. And basically, I use it to download anime, because I'm a broke-ass motherfucker. I don't have the money to go around buying Blu-rays, because if I did have that money, I would buy those Blu-rays. It'd be a fucking proud thing. It's like, look at all my fucking anime Blu-rays. Don't have the fucking money, so just I download them, watch them, and then I delete them, because it's like, I don't want this shit on my computer for too long, because it's technically fucking illegal. But the last week has been a pain in the ass for me with regards to the IRC client, because it wouldn't connect to what I wanted it to connect, and if it did, it would take fucking forever to connect to it, and I didn't know what the fuck the problem was, and I kept trying to fix things, and I'm not sure if this is what fucking solved the problem, but I reset my firewall settings, and now it's working as great as fucking it's ever run. So I don't fucking know. I'm assuming something in my firewall was fucking with it, and it just wasn't working properly. When I reset it, it was like, oh, thank you, you unfucked it. I even tried doing port forwarding and application forwarding on my fucking router, and it's like, that wasn't fucking working. Now it's just working alright. I don't fucking know how the fuck it worked. I don't know if that was even the cause of this starting to work again. I have no fucking idea, and I'm starting to blend in to the background because I'm so white. So another problem I've been having, basically, to watch the anime that I download, I use a couple programs. I have VLC on my computer, and I also have MPC, which is Media Player Classic. And with Media Player Classic, you have to basically download a codecs installer for your computer, which is CCP. That's the one I use. And I thought that was because it wasn't, for whatever reason, it wasn't there's two versions of this program that I have on my computer. It's like MPC, MPC normal, and MPC 64, which is a 64-bit version of the fucking thing, of the program. And 64-bit is with regards to the operating system, and the other kind of, for at least Windows, it's 64 and 86. 86 is if you have a 32-bit system. 64 is if you have a 64-bit system. I can't use 64-bit because it makes my computer run like shit, and it kind of defeats the purpose of me watching anime because it gets all fuck. Like, my computer just doesn't know what the fuck to do. So I've been trying, I've been using the regular MPC, which I assume is just like a 32-bit version of that program. Because it runs way smoother than the 64-bit version. Even though I do have a 64-bit operating system. I have the 64-bit version of Windows 7. So, it wasn't rendering subtitles. Even though I had files that had subtitles sometimes baked into them, and then sometimes they had like the files that would just like display them. Didn't know what the fuck was causing it, and for the most part, it doesn't affect me much because I don't watch a lot of subtitled anime. I watch a lot of dubbed anime, just so I can go and do other shit, play video games and what have you, while I'm listening to the anime, and maybe glancing down and watching and stuff like that. So, I had downloaded a couple anime that are subtitle only. They're not dubbed into English, or at least the versions I have aren't dubbed. So it became a problem. It wasn't displaying, and I was like, "Why the fuck why isn't this displaying?" And I brought this up in the IRC chat that I frequent. And I'm like, "Oh, it's obviously some setting that you have in NPC that's causing this fucking problem." And I even brought up the whole me mentioning how old my computer is. I'm like, basically is almost 6 years old. And people are like, this one person's like, "Wow," and I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking know." It's like, "You need to get a new one." I'm like, "I don't have any fucking money to get a new one." I'm sans money. I wish I was a VEC money, but I'm sans money. So I literally just went through all the settings I could possibly figure out. And for whatever reason, the renderer I was using for the video didn't default to where it could show subtitles, and I actually had to change that as a setting, and I don't know when the fuck that changed, because I thought that it hadn't changed, but, I honestly don't know. But it's fixed now. I found out what the fucking problem was. It took fucking forever, but I found the fucking problem. And it's just like, motherfucker, computers fucking hate me. And it's like, the really shitty thing is, like, I'm the most technologically advanced person in my home because I have two people. I live with my mom and stepdad, both of who are over the age of 40, and weren't raised with technology like I was. I got raised with computers and shit like that. They didn't have that shit. They're technological noobs. It's like trying to speak Latin to a fucking caveman. It's not gonna fucking happen. It's not gonna work. So I'm basically like, I'm not very good with computers, but I'm basically the default IT person. When there's a fucking problem, they come to me. So I'm kind of fucked right now because my phone that I have doesn't fucking work properly. The screen's all fucked up, and I don't have the tools to actually fix it. And trust me, if I had the tools to do it, I would try and fucking fix it. But that involves a lot of know-how with regards to how to connect shit in this fucking thing. And also, it just requires a tool to actually get at the battery, which is sealed in which I think a lot of phones are doing that now, where they just have the batteries like glued in, or like you can't like just remove the battery, which would make this probably a hell of a lot easier, because it's like take the battery out, just screws, pull it open, and it's like it's basically the digitizer underneath the screen is fucked up, and even the screen's fucked up because it got bent slightly, and it's like it's still kind of bent. But yeah, so like and this phone's actually really good. It's the Blue Life 1X. It's a really good phone. Just don't fucking sit on it, because that's stupid as shit to do. I accidentally put my knee on it and fucking bent it, and yeah, so it's not even like the entire screen doesn't work. It's just like the bottom third of it, or maybe about the bottom like fourth or whatever. A quarter of it doesn't fucking work. It just like this thing has no tactile home button, and it doesn't have any like back or recent app buttons. It's all on screen, which is kind of a pain in the ass. When the bottom of your screen doesn't fucking work when you want to hold your phone like this. Whole fucking bundle of worms. Pain in the ass. That's why I've been entering contests to win new phones, because I won this phone from Android Authority, and I've been entering all the fucking competitions they've had over the weeks, because they have a weekly phone giveaway, and I'm like, maybe I'll win again. Who fucking knows? Maybe I should just be like, yeah, my phone's fucking broken. You know. And Blue doesn't fucking help with that shit, which is a knock against them. But maybe I'll fucking win the recent giveaway, which is a Samsung Galaxy S8, which I actually like the Samsung line of phones. Don't like what they did with the S8, because they changed a bunch of weird shit in it. But whatever. But like they changed some good things and they added weird things like Bixby. Fuck. Anyway, getting off fucking topic. So it's like my mom, like again, my mom and my stepdad aren't the most technologically literate fucking people on the planet. And it's like she has a shitty phone, and she's like a power user of like she needs like 4 gigs of RAM or even like 6 gigs of RAM. She needs something because her phone locks up. And she's like, "Oh, why isn't this fucking working?" It's because it's like you have 8 million fucking apps open, and your fucking RAM is just gone. Your phone is screeching to a fucking hole. And I had the DU Speed Booster app. She uninstalled that shit, which helps with that. You know, it's because it'll kill apps you're not using. And she fucking uninstalled it for whatever reason. So she needs, like, she's an unintended, like, I want an SA because I know I'm going to be using the shit out of the phone, and I need, you know, the fucking, I need the processing power. She just needs it because she just fucking does whatever the fuck she wants and expects things to work fucking smoothly. It's like, I want a game, and not necessarily the game, but like Pokemon Go and shit like that. Ingress, and like, I want to do that, but I can't do it with my phone being half broken and shit like that. But she has a laptop now, and her laptop's newer than mine, but it runs like shit because I presume she's opened virus-laden emails or whatever. And it's like, I can't get, the antivirus doesn't fucking work. I've tried downloading Malwarebytes, which gets rid of malware. Won't fucking open. I don't know what the fuck caused this shit to happen, but it fucking happened. You know, if anybody has any fucking clue or, you know, is better at technology than I am, you know, drop me a fucking line, please, because I need fucking help. It'd be fucking nice to have some competent fucking people. Anyway, ta-ta, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful fucking day.